Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee and I'm really happy to have you here today. It's Mrs. Wages Week and today I'm going to do a pie filling, forest berry pie filling, and I got this on clearance even at my local fruit market because it was to the end of the date, so they were getting rid of them, and I don't really think being a couple weeks past the end date is going to impact this. But this is forest berry pie filling, and you can use cherries, blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries in it. It says do not use strawberries. To this we need to add some sugar, some water or bottled fruit juice in this pouch, and it will make 3 quarts of pie filling that you can use to make pies or any other wonderful dessert like a dump cake, or there's so many possibilities, and you can have it right on your pantry shelf, very convenient, with local fresh berries. So I'm doing raspberry blueberry. Doesn't that sound good? I think it does. No cherries here. I'm not a big cherry fan. I am going to use some juice instead of water. I have some apple juice that I bought for another recipe, so I thought, why not use that? The recipe calls for 3.5 to 4 pounds of berries, and I have over 3 pounds here, so we're going to go with this. I picked some of the raspberries, and some I went to my local produce farmer and bought from him. Because let me show you. Here's the ones I was picking, and like these are the ones I bought. So these are real little. It was taking me a long time. And canning pie filling is something new to me. I have done one so far. I did strawberry, and I want to do apple. I have had a jar given to me from a friend, and I just loved it. It was so good. It was apple pie filling. I made a apple pie fast, so when I saw this on Reduced, I thought, I gotta do it. And what better time to do it than Mrs. Wages Week? And there are several of us that are doing videos every day this week, so I'm gonna have all of the channels listed, and make sure you go check them all out. And Linda over at Tuliloo Creates came up with this idea, and she'll have a playlist, so I'll have that link down below too. Make sure you check them out all, and check every day, because there's going to be more every day this week. And put a nice comment on them, because there's going to be some drawings afterwards too, and who doesn't want some fun Mrs. Wages stuff? So come on, I'll bring you down and we will make this pie filling, and I'll show you how fast it is. I must have pushed the button wrong, but I did not film when I added the sugar, the packet, and the juice. But that is what is in the pan now, and I am going to start cooking it. This is actually going quicker than I thought. It is thick now. The sugar is dissolved, and it only took a few minutes. This was a lot faster than the homemade that I made. This was really fast. So I think we're about there. It says to not overcook it. These jars will be processed for 30 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's quarts or pints. It also says to use it within 1 year. And things with fruit can lose their color. So it's, you know, this isn't something that you're going to keep on your pantry shelf for several years. Well, I think this is thick enough now. It's like gloopy. It's holding the shape, and it says to not overdo it. So we're going to call it done. Now I'm going to use my steam canner, but you can use a water bath canner. I'll be pulling my water bath canner out for some other projects, but this was a quick one and my steam canner was in the kitchen. We're going to fold in, I'm going to do the blueberries first. They're not quite as delicate as raspberries. These were all washed and sorted through. And now the raspberries. And just fold them in. Ooh. This will make a really good crisp or apple or pie. Not apple, I keep saying apple. This will make some really good desserts. Okay, I'm going to call that done because I don't want to mess with the fruit anymore. It's going to be processed, so I mean it's going to break up some there, but I don't want to overdo it. Here's my canning lids. I am using 4-jar lids today, and I do have a discount code down below if you are in need of some canning supplies. Okay, here's my first jar. This is supposed to make 3 quarts. We'll see if we end up with that. Don't need that anymore. So 1-inch headspace, and you don't want to go over because pie fillings tend to expand and they can siphon, so it's better to make sure you don't go over. Oh. So I have room for more. Spread it out. Okay, I'm going to debubble. Go around the edges and gently get out any pockets of air. Then go in the middle. I'm going to measure for head space. And we're right there. The 1-inch is up here. And it comes down and it touches the berries when I put it on the edge. So I'm going to count that as good. I don't want to risk getting it overfilled. Wipe this rim really good. Use a wet cloth, put a little bit of vinegar in, and that helps to break through any sugar. Put your flat on. Go finger tight. When it stops, let go. Because we need to have room for the air to evacuate. I don't see any big air pockets or anything. So I'm going to put that on there and grab my next jar. I'm anxious to see if I do end up with 3, because it gave a range for how much fruit. You know, and a half a pound can make a difference. So if I have to, I'll do 1 as a pint, or I'll make dessert. I know Jim wouldn't complain if I did that. Funny how that works. Okay, I'm gonna see. I think I need some more. Going to get the bubbles out so that I can see how much I'm missing by. I just need a little bit. I don't want to put too much in. This mixed up really easy. I am really happy with it. Okay. We are good. Ooh. Wipe that rim. Wiping the rim also gives you an opportunity to make sure there's no nicks or cracks, because anything like that will stop your jar from sealing too. I'm anxious to see if I have siphoning. My strawberry pie filling, I had like the size of a quarter. Not too bad. Isn't that pretty? Okay, last jar, and I think we have enough. Maybe even a little extra. I lost some berries onto the mat. You know, I think this is going to be pretty much spot on. That impresses me. Scoop out the rest. Get those air bubbles out. Yeah, there's some down here. And when this comes out, it will look like there's air bubbles in the side. That just happens when you process pie filling because of how thick it is. But don't worry, if you're following an approved recipe or using an approved, tested mix like this, you can be, you know, the heat goes all the way through as long as you follow, so it is properly processed and shelf stable. Oh. I'm going to take a very little bit out because it was digging in a little, and I don't want to risk siphoning. Okay, it looks good now. Let's clean this lid. I always put a towel or a mat down when I'm filling, and saves my counters. Finger tight. There we go. So 3 quarts. I am going to put my lid on, turn the heat up, and let this come to the proper temperature for my zone. When you get a steam canner, follow all the directions for your brand, your model. Mine had me do some test runs and mark how high it goes in the green area for my zone. So this is all that's left. Not even enough for a little hand pie. So I think I should test it. Do a trial taste. Let's give it a taste. there's a blend of spices that I don't think it's like just cinnamon. I don't know. It's very subtle. Doesn't overpower the fruit. It just enhances it. So I'm really happy with this. Hopefully they don't siphon and they all seal. So I'll bring you back when it comes up to temp. The timer went off and I waited 10 minutes and removed the cover. And here is the next morning. I'm trying to get so you can see the color because it is really pretty. Maybe there. So I'm gonna wash the jars and take the rings off and label them and put these down in the pantry. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate everyone coming in for Mrs. Wages Week. Make sure to watch all the videos this week from all the channels. I'll have it down below, and see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.